guys, Jonah here, and back with another beer review. And this one, I don't think that I've done a review on this beer before. I've definitely had a lot of times because it's from one of my local breweries, if not the biggest brewery. And it's also the oldest brewery as well, apparently. 1698, Shepherd Neame. And this one's the Double Stout. This is a genius beer. 5.2%. Absolute like old school, man. Look, neck chief and everything. Shepherd Neame over in Faversham, which is just down the road. It's got some branding on the cap as well, which is fantastic. It's even got some stuff on here. A classic double stout from a recipe discovered in the vaults of Britain's oldest brewer. This beer combines complex flavours and characteristics of pale ale, roasted crystal and chocolate malt. And it says it's a classic example. The double stout delivers velvety smooth palate of dry burnt flavours, roast cacao, coffee notes, black, creamy and delicious. It is a masterpiece. And yes, it is a lovely, lovely, lovely beer. And that, dear viewer, is why I thought I should do a review on it. I've had this so many times on when I was in Canterbury, because Faversham is literally the next town along, the next market town, I should say. There were loads of Shepherd Neame pubs. In fact, all over Kent, especially kind of East Kent, Shepherd Neame pubs are blooming everywhere. And you can get this beer, usually have it either in the fridge or kind of sort of in the back of the bar, underneath the bar, maybe something along those lines. But you can get this beer literally anywhere in Kent. And look at that. It's not pure black. It looks pretty black, but let me tell you, it's not pure black. Good finger's head, I would say over a finger, not quite two. Lovely, lovely, fluffy bubbles. And if it focuses, which hopefully it will do, you will see they're reasonably big bubbles. These are not sort of nitro bubbles. Right, let me try and get a shot, get that in there. A nice cheesy shot of the Shepherd Neame, which, yeah, it's good. And it is all about that dark, burnt. It's not, it's not a really, really dry stout, but, or should I say on the nose it isn't. It's like that kind of burnt caramel. If you're making a sugar syrup and you leave it on the heat for too long and it kind of bubbles up and sort of burns a little bit to the bottom of the pan, that kind of sweetness. And I have had a few evenings where I've had a fair few of these and got a bit ratted. It's only 5.2, but let me tell you, that does hit you after a while. This is not a 3 or 4% beer. This is over 5%. That's what I like. Oh. If you have 4 or 5 of these, you definitely know about it. The double stout, very, very nice. And for some reason, they never seem to do this on draft. It's always in the bottles, but you can find it. But like I say, drinking bottle beer in pubs used to be a thing. And sometimes you get like black and tans and stuff where you'd mix different bottles together and get a different kind of drink. Anyway, cheers. Goes down really smooth. Then you get a bit of bitterness, very hint of astringency, but it's not there very long, and it fast tapers out, leaving a kind of heat on your tongue, but not because you burnt your tongue, but because of that kind of bitterness, and also the carbonation bubbles kind of bubble on your tongue. And then you're left with a roastiness in the aftertaste. So it is pretty bitter, bitter chocolate. It's weird because it smells like it's going to be sweet, but it isn't. It is quite dry on the finish, but it's just got that kind of burnt caramel type aroma. It's not that heavy either. This is reasonably light in body. It's not as light, say, as a Guinness, but it's not a chewy, dark kind of thing. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Doesn't say what hops they use in here, I don't think. I would be very surprised. Well, I wouldn't actually these days, because I would say back in the day, if you're following the original recipe of this bad boy, it would have Shepherd Neame's East Kent Goldings, which, believe it or not, there are a couple of hop farms, literally right across the road from the brewery in Faversham. A lot of them have been destroyed and are new build houses, but there are some hop fields left. And weirdly, I try to find out if you can, get hops from them. No, they're all taken already. You cannot buy the hops from them. They're all, and they're probably all going to Shepherd Neame, to be honest. Ooh, pardon me. This one has a lot of hidden carbonation. However, in recent years, dear viewer, Shepherd Neame are making beers that use less East Kent Goldings, which is bizarre to me. You've got a brewery trading on the fact that it's Britain's oldest brewery, which not 100% sure. Surviving brewer or brewer that's constantly brewed throughout the whole time. Yeah, maybe. And 1698, is it? See how good my memory is. Something like that. My eyes are so bad. 1698. How good was that? So, yeah, 17. So we're talking 300 years. So it's not, not that long ago, really. I mean, it's a long time. Don't get me wrong, but it's not that long. Oh, this is a beer definitely to savour, dear viewer. Lovely. Anyway, hopefully I haven't done a beer review on this beer before. If I have, I apologise. And I'm a firm believer in going back to classic beers that perhaps you haven't had for a while, or like me, you've drunken a few times, but you haven't reviewed for a while. And it would be rude, amiss even of me not to review an absolute classic beer like this, which I think is a really, really good beer. Shepherd Neame double stout. Try and find someone. If you are in Kent, you should be able to find this reasonably easy. Although finding it in the supermarket, which is where I picked this bad boy up, can prove a little bit more tricky than you think, because not everywhere has it. You almost have to go to a pub to buy a bottle of it. That sounds really weird. Or the brewery, obviously, and brewery tours are available, and there's a brewery shop on the main road. Well, it's a pedestrianised road, but it's one of the main roads if you ever visit Faversham. And there's some really nice pubs around there. And of course, most of them are Shepherd Neame. There are a few micro pubs in there now. So I think there's at least 2 now. Mm. Oh, really, really good beer. I'm going to finish this off camera so I can enjoy it. Turn the lights down low and enjoy that beer. Anyway, guys, you take care of yourself. If you've liked this video, please can you do me a favor? Click like on the YouTube banner, and why not think about subscribing to the channel as well? Both of those things really help me out. Small clicks for you, but it does mean a lot to me and my exposure of the channel on YouTube. So if you like drinking beer and you like watching your loving Unclejona drinking beer, why not think about subscribing? And I'll be back probably tomorrow, although you never know, I might miss a day out or so. I try and upload daily, but it doesn't matter, does it? When you're getting up to near 1,000 reviews, what can you do? Cheers and beers, guys. We'll see you real soon.